within our budget.
Fondel Memorial Chapel will help you in your time of need, serving every community in Southwest Louisiana with locations in Lake Charles, Jennings, and Kinder.
Fondel Memorial Chapel is located at 832 North Lyon Street here in Lake Charles, or give them a call at 337-433-1707.
Good morning and welcome to the Fondel Memorial Chapel Spiritual Program. This program is coming to you live from the studios here at 93.5 and brought to you with the compliments of the Fondel Memorial Chapel, located at 832 North Lyon Street here in the city of Lake Charles. My name is Raymond Fondel, the funeral director at the Fondel Memorial Chapel here in the city of Lake Charles. I'm honored to be able to be with you on this Friday morning. Our phone number at the Fondel Memorial Chapel is 433-1707. Again, 433-1707. We bring to you this program each Friday at 10:30 in honor of the memory of those who have passed in our community. And we hope that the words that we say and the songs that we play will be uplifting to these families in their hour of loss. You see, the Fondel Memorial Chapel has been serving Southwest Louisiana for almost 60 years, and our services are not by gold, but by the golden rule. Service for all within the means of all. These are our slogans here at the Fondel Memorial Chapel, and you can be comforted by the thought that someone is taking care of your business in a professional and in a dignified manner. And we are the funeral home that will help you in your time of need. And regardless of your financial situation, all you have to do is give us a call at 433-1707 and allow us an opportunity to help you and your family through those tough times. You see, we want to make sure that your loved one has a dignified service. That's what we've been doing here in Southwest Louisiana for many years, helping families through the tough times. Regardless of who you are or where you're at within the sound of my voice, we stand ready to be of service to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at the Fondel Memorial Chapel. You can access our website at thefondelfuneralhome.com, or you can go on Facebook and simply type in Fondel Memorial Chapel. You see, we record our services at the funeral home. So if there was someone that may have passed and you did not have an opportunity to go to the service, you can go watch the service and offer your condolences to these families. We think it is important to memorialize the moment. We honor the families that come through the Fondel Memorial Chapel with a memory blanket, a way of memorializing the moment and giving back to these families in honor and memory of my mother and father. This is what we do at the Fondel Memorial Chapel. If you've been by, if you've gone, or even if you want to watch one of our services, you have access by simply going online. And look, this morning, we want to thank you for doing what you do each morning, keeping your radios tuned in here to 93.5, but especially allowing us an opportunity to come into your homes, your places of work, or wherever you may be at on this morning. We want to thank you for allowing us to come into your world, if only for a little while on this morning. And look, we're thinking about you. That's right, we're thinking about you. Here in Southwest Louisiana, the last several days of this week have been tough for a lot of our citizens here in Southwest Louisiana. And there are still many in the city of Lake Charles that are without lights. And you would think this would only happen maybe once or twice, or maybe even 3 times a year, but not twice in a week. On this past Monday, earlier in the week, Lake Charles was subjected to a tornado. Devastating storms that came through southwest Louisiana, creating havoc here in our community, knocking trees down, putting people in the dark. And then on last night, again, many of you went to bed last night without lights on in your homes. Many of you went to work on this morning not having lights in your home. School being out again on today and this past Tuesday also. Yes, the weather is challenging here in southwest Louisiana. And my friends, you're no stranger to this. Making national news here in southwest Louisiana once again. These are the challenges that we face living in our community. These are the challenges that we face here in southwest Louisiana. But if you're tuned in right now, be thankful. You're able to be tuned into our broadcast. That means you made it. That means the one that came the other day, you made it. These are the challenges that were talked about years ago. The challenges of climate change. The storms that would come maybe once every 500 years have come more than once here within the last 5 years. It will have been 4 years as of August that southwest Louisiana was challenged by Mother Nature. A challenge that put us all at a different place where we had to react. And I say this because in 2 weeks begins the start of hurricane season. Now, it's just a date on a map that is chosen to say that based on historical data that the season started at this time, but Mother Nature has no date that it starts. It has no time frame. It has no hour that we can say that it will start. But it is on us to be vigilant, to be prepared, to think about the what ifs. The what ifs. What if something comes? What will I do? What if something comes? Where will I go? If something comes, who will I call? You've been there. I've been there. And if you're listening, we've all been there. It is that time of season. But you have that strength. You have that because you've been down this road before. Now, other communities can't say the same. And maybe they're not as close to the Gulf as we are. And maybe they have their own challenges. But you know what it is to get in a car, to pack your family in, and to be gone to another city, to higher ground, trusting in the weather service. And there was a time that people didn't leave. Oh, a storm is coming. It's not going to be that bad. But we've gotten better because of experience. We've gotten better. And we've learned how to heed the call of nature. The start of hurricane season is only a few weeks away. It lasts all the way into November. Yes, the weather gets our attention a little bit more during the summer months. Yes, there are going to be beautiful days, sunshine days, days when you can go out to the park and enjoy the sun, enjoy the park, enjoy time with your family. But there are going to be some rainy days. And when those days come, you'll ask yourself, what if? What if? What if it does come? What will I do? Where will I go? Have those conversations, not just with your family, but your neighbors. There's somebody in this community who may not be able to see the news, read the newspaper, have a smartphone. As you all know, over the last few days, we've been getting alerts on our phones. My friend, somebody doesn't have a phone. And they don't have you. They don't have you to warn them. So while you're looking out for your family, look out for your neighbors. Look out for those in the community, the less fortunate. We must remember, somebody did that for us. When the storm came, the world came to us. The national spotlight was on Lake Charles, Louisiana. And the world came. Not just our neighbors to the east and west, but the world came and offered assistance. They brought food. They brought shelter. There were people that came and put blue tarps on your homes. They didn't ask for $5. We must remember this. And we're a strong community. I've said it before and I will continue to say, we have a strength. And many of you did not know that strength until you were tested. Tough times bring courage, resilience, a toughness that you have here in Southwest Louisiana. Remember, what if? What if? You know, I take time to say this because I believe in this community. This is my home. It's always been my home. I think of no other place in this world I'd rather be than here in Southwest Louisiana. And it is you, the reason why I'm able to come and to be on these airways. It is your support in this community, supporting a family-owned business in this community. It is your support. When you're going through tough times and your family is trying to figure it out, you've called the Fondel Memorial Chapel here in Southwest Louisiana. When you didn't know how you were going to take care of one of the most important people in the world, your loved one, when they transitioned, you've called the Fondel Memorial Chapel. And we've been there to help you through those tough times. We continue to be here to serve our community through these tough times. So my friends, on this morning, we're here. We're thinking of you. No matter where you're at, on this morning, we're thinking of you. We celebrate the accomplishments of many in our community who are graduating. Our graduates of 2024. Now, we just think about high school and college, but there's kindergarten, pre-K, and in some places, even the 5th grade. Celebrating a milestone. So yes, those of you who have gone to the different venues here in Lake Charles, graduations brings us all together. And if it's been a while since you've been to one, you should go. You probably have a son, a daughter, a niece, a nephew, a grandson, or a granddaughter that is graduating from one of our great institutions here in Southwest Louisiana. To our college graduates, congratulations. To our high school graduates, congratulations on graduating from high school and going to the next level, whatever it is that you may choose. In many cases, the excitement is there, but it is a journey. It is not a sprint. It is a marathon. And for many of you that have gone from pre-K to the 12th grade, you've shown that you can make it. You show that you have what it takes to get to the next level. And with guidance and love, your journey has just begun. Now, there are going to be folks that are going to support you because there's nobody that's graduating and there's nobody clapping. Somebody's there for you. And your crowd may not be as big as the folks that are sitting next to you, but they're there because they love you. They support you. And they recognize the achievements that you've made. But again, it is a journey. It is a journey. But with the support of family, friends, neighbors, and classmates, continue on that road. Life has begun. Your independence is here. Your decision making based on your years of education are here, and they will be tested. And remember, there are going to be good days, but there are also going to be rainy days. And your experience will be determined on how you get through those rainy days. We know what it is to go outside and play when the sun is shining. But you more so, graduates who 4 years ago may have been in the 7th grade, the 8th grade, and one day you were in school and then the next day you weren't because of a pandemic, and then having to leave Lake Charles and to be out of school for months, learning online. You know what those challenges are, and you have what it takes to continue on this journey. Everybody's path is different and unique to each one of them. But you made it. And we are here in support of you. Your family is here in support of you. Your relatives, your neighbors are here in support of you, and they celebrate you. It is a journey. Continue to push forward. Keep pushing forward. So again, to our graduates of 2024, yes, you've made it. And it's just beginning. Continue to be better and to continue to keep pushing forward. My friends, we want to share a beautiful number with you on this morning. And we again are thankful that you're here. My name is Raymond Fondel, the funeral director here at the Fondel Memorial Chapel, and you're listening to the Fondel Memorial Chapel Spiritual Program, live here at 93.5, your community-minded station. This song is dedicated. It's dedicated to you.
I shall wear a crown. I shall wear a crown. When it's all over, oh, when it's all over, and I shall see his face, I believe I shall see his face. Oh God, when it's all over, oh, when it's all over, I'm going to put
I shall wear a crown. Oh, I love that song. When I come to the station, it's one of the songs that I do love to be able to share with this community. And you know, that song is normally played at services and at funeral homes. And if we have a service, when we have services at the Fondel Memorial Chapel, that is a song that is played. It brings comfort to families. You see, on Saturdays here in Southwest Louisiana, and really throughout the state of Louisiana, but especially here, we see Saturdays as days of rest. Having worked all week, we see Saturday as a day of rest. You get to enjoy your families, go to the park, perhaps travel to a different city that you can drive to. But Saturdays in our community, for some, are filled with heartbreak. Because on Saturday mornings, a part of this community gets up early, may not have slept well the night before, knowing that on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, the community comes together and they mourn the passing of folks here from our community. You see, on tomorrow, there will be families that will gather at churches or at funeral homes here in our community. And there'll be people like you who are tuned in that'll be there to share with them, to offer words of condolences, or just to let this family know that we care about you. Now, this is not every Saturday for you, but it is every Saturday in our community at 11 o'clock. Some family gets dressed, gets into their cars, and they drive to a church or a funeral home. And they walk in to see the person that they've been around all of their life, their mother, their father, their sister, their brother, their grandmother, the matriarch or the patriarch of their families. They go and give all they can. And they sit on that front row, heartbroken. They sit on that front row with grief. But then you come. You come there. And what happens when they see you? What happens when they see you through all that they're going through? They smile. And in some cases, they cry. Because they know and they feel the love of you showing up. It's a tough place to be on that front row. It is a tough place to be on that front row. That's what Saturdays look like here in Southwest Louisiana. And that's what's going to happen on tomorrow, somewhere here in Southwest Louisiana. But it is you who makes it better for those families. You see, they're going to be there. They're going to honor their loved one's memory. They're going to be there. But it is you that brings comfort to their hearts. It is a minister bringing words of comfort, of praise and inspiration and uplift. On Saturdays. That friend, that neighbor that comes and sings at the service, that brings comfort to these families. And you do it because you know that when it was your time, when you had that seat on the front row, when your heart was heavy, they were there for you. All the people that work behind the scenes to make sure things are going okay. At your church, somebody's going to be out in the morning cooking early while you're in the bed. They're going to be preparing food, doing their part early in the morning. And that is their way of giving back. You know, I take time to say this because sometimes you may not hear it. And I can't say that others are doing this on the airways, but I want to remind you of who you are in this community and how important you are to all of us and how we support each other in this community. I believe it's important. And it goes back to the strength of you and how we honor the memory of those in our community who have passed. That's what Saturday mornings look like for a certain segment of this community. Yeah, others are going to be going to the football games, the baseball games, all the other games that are out there. But somebody's going to be somewhere on tomorrow at 11 o'clock at that church, standing outside, waiting to go in. And all the folks from our law enforcement officers that lead us to the cemetery, to the people that work at the cemetery, to the funeral directors and the funeral homes in this community who are committed to serving the needs of those with heavy hearts. That's what we do at funeral homes. And that's what we do at the Fondel Memorial Chapel. We've been doing it for years. And, you know, we're not any strangers to any of you in this community. And many families, not many in this city, who've not come through the Fondel Memorial Chapel. Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me. And may there be no moaning at the bar when I put out to sea. Though out of born of time and place, the flood may bear me far. I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar. And this will bring us down to our obituaries. May the 11th. In a local care facility here in the city of Lake Charles, a native and lifelong resident here of the Lake Charles area, departed this life. She was Miss Lorraine Phillips, age 71. Miss Phillips' homegoing celebration services will be held this coming Saturday, May the 25th at 1 o'clock p.m. at the New Covenant Baptist Church here in the city of Lake Charles. A visitation service will start prior to the service at 11 o'clock a.m. at the New Covenant Baptist Church here in the city of Lake Charles. Our program this morning is dedicated to Miss Phillips' sister, Miss Brumfield of Houston, Texas. To her niece, Miss Maria Philip Doucette of Seattle, Washington, and to all those who become to know a native and lifelong resident here of the Lake Charles area whose services will be held at 1 o'clock p.m. on May the 25th at the New Covenant Baptist Church here in the city of Lake Charles. She'll be laid to rest at the Highmount Cemetery here in the city of Lake Charles. She is Miss Lorraine Phillip, age 71. If you would like to offer condolences to the family of Miss Phillips, all you have to do is go to our website at fondelfuneralhome.com or to our Facebook page at Fondel Memorial Chapel to offer condolences to this family. We share with you, as we have done since the late 1960s here on the airways in our community, on Sundays for many years here in Southwest Louisiana, we prepared to come onto the airways, prepared to share with you, our seasoned saints and listeners throughout this community, words of comfort, songs of praise, hoping to uplift the hearts of families who have passed in this community. It is a road that no one wants to go down, but it is a road that we must all travel. And how we support each other through those tough times says a lot about us. I believe that everyone should have a dignified service. That is my promise to these families. A service that honors the memory of your loved ones. And it's regardless of your financial situation, my friends. We find a way to help families. And there are those of you that are out there that know this. We find a way to help families through those tough times. And we stand ready to be of service to you, to your family. If you have a question, if you don't know which way to turn, trust me, you're not by yourself. We're here to help. To the family of Miss Phillips, transitioning, taking care of a loved one, speaking with this family, it just didn't happen overnight. There were many nights, many long days of caring for a loved one. And sometimes we need help. And I know sometimes it's often hard to ask for that help, but sometimes we need help. And we understand as a community, that's what we do. And I've seen and felt the help of this community many times in helping families. And the people that help, you don't even know that are helping families here in this community. They don't even know you. And they are prepared to help. And that's the love that we have in our community here. The funeral business is a business of love. And you can tell when you go in, you can feel it. So my friends, as we are here on the airways live with you at 93.5 KPPM, it's an honor to be able to come into your homes, your places of work, or wherever you may be at on each Friday as we've done on today. We honor the memory of Ms. Phillips and others who have passed here in our community. We congratulate our graduates on each level. As I sit here with you right now, there are graduations that are going on at Southern University, graduating over 600 students to the next level. A coliseum full of people sharing and celebrating the accomplishments of graduates. There will be high school graduations in our community moving forward. Celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates as we do here at the Fondel Memorial Chapel. My name is Raymond Fondel, and we close our program out with a very beautiful number that is always going directly to you. You're not by yourself. He sees you as a shining star, as he sees us all. My friends, God bless you. And God bless our community. This is Raymond Fondel wishing you and yours the very best.
Can I tell y'all one more time? I said he saw.